Hello, everyone. Good morning from me. It is about just after 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. I apologize for no video yesterday. I personally like watching YouTubers, certain YouTubers I watch that post every day. So I have been wanting to post every day and I enjoy the process of making the videos. If you like watching them every day, I'm glad for you. We were talking to a local friend yesterday at the yard sales who said my videos started popping up on his feed, and I apologized that I'm all of a sudden popping up on the feed like every day. But if you don't want to see me every day, my face is right there. So you can just be like, not today, Rachel, and I will not be upset. I will not be offended. I get it. But I was trying to do daily videos, and I think it's gonna not happen every single day. It'll probably be like 5 days a week or 6 days a week and then 2 days off, that kind of thing, where if one day it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I did start filming yesterday when we started out for the yard sales, and if I have a little bit of footage, I'll share what I have here, but probably with no sound, because the first I forgot at first. Classic me. Forgot to film because I was busy I'm like, okay, today's the day you source everything, and was focused on that. And then there was one I was filming, and they were doing roof work at the same time, and so I was filming, but like it's just the roof noises that you get, the roof work noises that are that get on my nerves. I don't know about you, but there was no way it would be weird to have the video not have any sound at all on that. I didn't know how to deal with that. So I've scrapped a Saturday yard sale video. Also, I'm just terrible at filming while I'm trying to shop the yard sales because I don't have the chest mount. I don't have a thing to really do it well with. So I will possibly do that, hopefully someday, because I think it's fun to watch, and that's how like you see what I'm finding in the wild and what kind of sales that I'm going to, and know that I'm actually really finding it, and I'm not, setting you up or fooling you by saying, oh, I picked this up at a yard sale, but I actually I don't know, like someone gave it to me for free. People do give me stuff for free, and I will tell you when they do that. I just got some free stuff last week, actually. So back today, because it is Sunday morning, but I had a comment, I think because I was talking about shipping every day, and it's The Great Thrifter. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. I believe that's correct, but I got this great comment that was recommending shipping every day in the days of Amazon, and I 100% agree. When I first started, I thought nobody, even without Amazon Prime, like people just don't think about there's business days anymore. I used to work at the public library. We were open 7 days a week, except for holidays, open evenings. The post office is open 6 days a week. Lots of businesses don't close even for holidays. So I don't think we have a sense of business days anymore, really. But also with the Amazon now giving you, the people who have Prime, like 2-day shipping, or just getting you stuff really quickly because they have their hubs all around. They have one near here, and you can get your stuff really fast. It gives a sense to people that, I should be getting my stuff in 2 days. And fair enough, they've changed the way we see the world. So I can't compete with that. There's no way, unless I drive it over to your house, that I can get it to you in 2 days. But I can at least get it shipped out the next day, if at all possible. Yesterday, I didn't do any shipping because we had a completely full day at the yard sales. So I was not going to be able to get anything shipped out yesterday, but I can go and ship out orders today on Sunday. I do have one of my post offices has a drop bin, so I can drop them off today. So it's not always feasible. When I used to live somewhere else, my local post office did not have a drop bin. It was a small town post office, and they closed early on Saturdays. So if I couldn't get it in early Saturday morning, then it had to wait until Monday first thing. So it's not always feasible, but I can do my best to at least get things out as quickly as possible so that it can get to the buyer as soon as possible. That's the most I can do right now, and hopefully that's enough. You also mentioned in the comment about for year-round sales doing collectibles and then bulking up for whatever works well for fourth quarter, and that's really an interesting thought. This is why after watching a lot of YouTube and seeing people who really niche to collectibles, but also like discontinued items. So I think that's what I've kind of gone more with, is I've looked at discontinued Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret scents, older perfumes. I've sold, one of my favorite things in the world to sell is soap, new soap, but really nice soap, because I personally just like to have really fancy, nice soaps. And so when I see ones, then I don't need to keep them. Usually especially if they sell for good money, I can easily be talked into by myself selling them and getting, $30, $40 for a set of soaps that are discontinued. Also, I've delved into, we talked a little bit about the cleaning products that I'm now looking at. Most cleaning products are not worth it because you can get this new thing for $8 with including shipping on any website, not just eBay, or you can get it at the store for cheap. But those ones that are discontinued are really hard to find. If I spot those, I've been picking them up, and they can sell for that $30, $40 that I'm trying to get my items up to make it really worth it, profitable, and a good solid business. So yeah, I think collectibles, discontinued items, things that people are looking for, but they can't just find everywhere. That's where we can compete at this point. So I don't know if that's exactly what you're saying, or you're saying they just work for year round because people are looking for collectibles. I hope I didn't totally misinterpret what you're saying, but it is kind of in line of what I've been thinking about lately, of what my focus is those things that people are looking for year round so I can have sustainability. And then if you all have things that really kind of shoot up in sales for fourth quarter while people are buying for the holidays, I'd love to hear what your experience is with that. I am not really sure what would sell well for me fourth quarter, because I've only been doing this for 3 years, and each year I've been different. I've shifted a lot in my niche from the beginning to now. And then this last fourth quarter, I was moving and I had to shut my store down for a couple of weeks and was limiting my sourcing because I was moving all this stuff and didn't have time to pack and ship things. So I put my store on away mode. And so my fourth quarter sales were basically just to keep me in the business and keep it going as much as I could at the time. And I can look back at what I sold, but I don't think I can make any kind of extrapolation of, the discontinued soaps are very popular, even more popular in the fourth quarter because people do gift those. Or maybe I sold a bunch of electronics at that time and maybe people do buy those for Christmas presents. I just can't make a determination for myself. But if you have things that you're willing to share that you pick up, you see a surge in fourth quarter, I can keep those in mind for things to look for. And maybe you mean holiday decorations as well. I have occasionally sold some unique Christmas items, so that's probably something to really push at that time too. So that could be a good option for me. I see Christmas stuff everywhere. I think we all do because people have big collections. So yeah, I have been yapping on for quite a while here. I'm surprised I talk so much, but I did want to give you like an update on yesterday and bring up this great comment. Thank you for all the wonderful supportive comments. telling me I'm gonna do it. That was really helpful, and I'm trying to catch up on them. I wanted to respond to them, and I've been screenshotting a bunch of them because I actually want to talk about them further, because I think it's a great discussion that we're having about all kinds of aspects of the business, and I want to talk about those in a future video, and actually make that the focus of each video is another comment. So I'm trying to keep up with those and also get back to you all. So I really appreciate that. And then what else did I want to say this morning? So speaking of yard sales yesterday, I had a pretty good day. All the stuff is at the warehouse. So I'm going to pack up the orders I got on Friday. And I think I had one more order yesterday. The offers I've gotten since I last talked to you guys, I'm going to go pack those up, and then I'm going to show you what I picked up yesterday so you can see what I did get at the yard sales yesterday. So I'll see you at the warehouse. Okay, so here's yesterday's little haul. I was a little bit disappointed early on, the first maybe hour or so of our picking, because I just wasn't finding as much as I'd expect. And I mean, that happens, right? But I picked up this Bath & Body Works pumpkin spice latte, which I know won't go for much, but this has become one of my niches of like Bath & Body Works products. And I know that this will be things probably people have bought for me will be looking for. Plus, if I find another one somewhere and I can sell multiple together, then that just works for me. I think it will sell on its own. I saw a comp for like $16, including the shipping, which is not amazing, but for something that's in my niche and that I like doing, I'm okay with that. And so I picked that up. And then at the next sale that I got something, things were looking up a little bit. It seemed to not feel like I was finding enough stuff, but I think that'll be an ongoing theme for a little while as I'm getting my feet under doing this full time and having to find so much stuff. But yeah, the first thing I saw was this Nikon. It's a Coolpix L110, and paid $10 for that. And I think that's a good flip, at least. I haven't tested it yet, but if it's working, you know, probably $50, maybe a little bit less to try to get it to sell faster as I'm wanting it to. That's a pretty good flip, I think, in my book. And then I actually saw these Gator Nationals pins, and I pretty quickly glommed onto those because Jacob has sold these in the past. I sold like a championship ring that I found one time, and then I know he sold a huge lot of pins at one point, these from Gator Nationals. So when I saw these, I had to grab them. She did ask $2 a piece, and so they weren't like a huge bargain. It'd be nice if I could be my cheapskate self and get them for $1 or get a little discount for buying them all, but I still think that's a good pickup, even if they were $2 a piece, because I know from experience that they can be good. And I haven't even looked up individual ones. Maybe one's more desirable than the rest. It looks like those two right there are duplicates, but maybe one is really desirable and will get a little bit more, or I can do a whole lot of them. Then I found at that sale, it was in this little, what is it, a skin? Do you remember these little things, these little MP3 players? I had one that was like a cheaper version, but I loved it because I would travel with it, listen to music on planes, on the subway when I was commuting to work, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely loved having that. And I think these can be really good. So I paid $2 for that. And it came in this little container with some like earbud type headphones for it, and maybe the charging plug, or the plug to plug it into the computer. I bet I don't see a charger. So I'll have to figure that out, but I'm sure I will. That'll give me a chance to test that out. I also picked up this Quick and Easy Crocheting because this person had on a whole bunch of books. This was from the sale where they were doing roof work, so the sound was just terrible there, but she had bookshelves and bookshelves, and had 10 cents per paperback and then $1 for like hardcovers and craft books, which is totally fair enough. So I have to look at books if they're 10 cents a piece and see if, especially if it's like, it was all like Clive Cussler. So I didn't know if I could make those into a big bundle. I didn't bother. Maybe I made a mistake and should have bought like $10 worth of Clive Cussler books and it would have been 100, right? Can I math? And then done some lots of it. You never know. That could have been a good idea. I might do that in the future. But $1 for this, and it looks like it might sell for about 20 bucks. It is going to need a little cleaning because that's kind of gross. I think it's got some hair on it, but I'll be cleaning hair off a hairbrush from this week and off of a book. So that should be pretty good. But like I said, that was the first main part. We've been driving around for a while, gone to a bunch of sales, and I hadn't found a whole lot, even though I found a couple of really good items. But all it takes is one yard sale, right, to kind of boost your mood and get you some more stuff. And the last yard sale we found, it's one that they have yard sales fairly often. They look like they might be storage unit clear out people or house clear out people because they just have tons and tons of stuff, and some of it is in really terrible shape and it's just everywhere in their driveway. They have tons of tables. I'm not totally sure, but we have definitely been there before, and I picked up there before a really good set of these Saxon homeschooling books that I got from them before, and they had more this time. So I dug through all of their book bins to see if they had more of these school books. I picked out all, but I think there was like one that was just absolutely destroyed. And I think if they're in, some of these are in a little bit of a rough condition. This one, oh yeah, the cover just came off of this one. So the cover's off of that one. But because the textbook is there and then I can put the homeschool packet with it, I think it'll still bring in a good profit because the books were $1 a piece. And, you know, putting them, I think for that, even in a little bit of a rough condition, especially if I can put it with another book and have that be a $2 cost of goods, and then I can make whatever I make off of it, $20 maybe, but they can sell really well, especially the ones I've had that are in, if I've got the full set and they're in good condition, they sell really well. So if you see those around you, I highly recommend picking any of those up, especially if they're in good condition. And then the last thing I found was these National Music Camp pins from Interlochen. I only clocked these, I think. I looked through a bin of, like, they had some other buttons in them. And I clocked these because I was a student musician, and I was never talented enough to go to Interlochen. I knew someone who went to Interlochen, and he was an incredible musician. And so I recognized the name. I auditioned for another summer music camp and did not get in, which is fair enough. I was not as talented a musician, but I know this is a really good music school that young students go to. And I did comp them really quick, and I found one that sold for $10 on eBay, and someone has one up for like $60 right now. I think that's wild, but like I thought they were, oh, the tub for these said 25 cents a piece, and I said, okay, so this is $1. And if I sell it for 10, obviously I recently just talked about, or I talk about probably every video, I'm going to talk about how I want my items to be bundled up, and you know, I get $30 to $40 is what I get for most of my items. But in fairness, like if it's something small and inexpensive and I can find a comp that maybe I could get 10 for the 4, or I could even, because someone sold 1 for 10, maybe I could get 20 for the 4, and I only paid $1, and this is really easy to ship. Wrap them quickly, put them in a little bubble mail or something like that. That would be a good one for me, and something I should still be doing. And That may not work for you, but I think for me that works. But then, well, wait, there's more. So I just looked at this one, and I don't know if this means anything, but Howard Hanson is a famous composer, educator. Once I saw his name, I was like, didn't we play band music written by him when I was a kid? And I just looked it up, and he was faculty at Eastman School of Music, which is in Rochester. So that's absolutely got to be Howard Hanson's button. I don't know if anyone cares. I don't know if anyone collects Howard Hanson stuff or if that is interesting to anybody, but I might just put it up for a little while on its own and see if anybody wants to collect a Howard Hanson button from Interlochen Music Camp. We'll find out, but I thought that was really cool just personally, and kind of funny that I stumbled upon that in this lot of random ones that somebody had in a collection here. So that was it for those finds, and let's just let's show you again. Pile them all back up. So that's, again, put that here. Again, that's everything I got at the yard sales. I hope that was interesting. Okay, I hope that was interesting for you all. I absolutely need to get a haircut the next week or so. I hope that was interesting for you. I packed up the couple orders I had so I can go drop those off in the bin. Hold on, I'm getting a little shaky on my camera work here. I can drop off the orders for today. I just actually got in a couple of orders this morning as I was driving over here. I'm so thrilled. They're small orders, but that's what I'm just hoping for, a couple orders every day and building on what I have so that I don't have one of those no ship days again. You guys are right. I might have just one of those days and I have to look at the whole week. So, but this gets me started really well for the weekend. I had orders come in and I can get to work for this next second week that we're heading into. So now I'm going to get a bunch of these things photographed that I got this weekend, and I need to test the camera and the MP3 player, figure out if those are working fine. But yeah, let's get some listing done and keep on moving. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you found some good stuff yourself. And I will see you tomorrow or the next day or whenever I can get this done.